Hello ladies and gents, welcome back into another video. Wow, I just literally recorded a 20-minute video and I forgot to plug my microphone in. Wow, I'm literally low-key fuming right now. And anyhow, if you could please do me a favor to brighten up my mood. If you watch this video to the end, that would be fantastic. We are going to explore some very important crypto news at the moment. We're going to look at some on-chain data and the Bitcoin wallets and the distribution of Bitcoin and how it's changed over the last month, as well as some critical cryptocurrency news and insights. So we can see lots of green on this market capitalization over the weekly time frame. Don't get lured in, guys. It's very tempting. Once you see this green, you just want to start buying more cryptocurrency. But the thing is, after these capitulations, after these extreme fears, it's normal to see relief bounces. So sometimes you want less exposure, you want to take some chips off of the table, and now is probably a good time to even consider doing that. If you are altcoin heavy, you can move into maybe some more stable coins and projects like Ethereum or Bitcoin, whilst the altcoins are up, because they can tumble back down just as quick. Now, I'm not saying it's not a good time to dollar cost average crypto, because I think it really is. But when we look at crypto is dead on Google Trends, we can see this is actually quite high at the moment. So it does suggest that we are in a big bear market, crypto winter. The fear is high. Of course, this happened after the Terra Luna FUD and the 200-week moving average crossover. On the contrary, we've got cryptocurrency here on Google Trends, and you can see when the volume is down, we are in a bear market. And right now, the volume is coming down because we are in a bear market. This is when Elon Musk was pumping the crap out of Bitcoin. And of course, we had all the stimulus checks. People were just bored at home. But this indicates a big bull market, just like we had over here in 2017. Now we're getting that lull. We're getting the crypto winter. The excitement's dropped off. The anxiety, the depression, the anger, and the fake hope is settling in. So what I want to show you today is something really interesting on the Bitcoin distribution. Hopefully you can stick around through this video. It might be quite a long one, so do make yourself a coffee, grab a beer, grab a juice, whatever you want to do. Well, we can see that as of today, the wallets having a balance of Bitcoin between 1 and 10 Bitcoins is 723,000 unique wallets. If we were to zoom out a month ago, you can see that quantity was 700,000, or to be exact, 699,413 wallets. So over the last month, we've seen over 20,000 new wallets basically now hold between 1 and 10 Bitcoins, which shows a lot of retailers, average investors, people like myself with normal lives, normal salaries, normal savings, are actually focusing on accumulating more cryptocurrency today. And that's quite interesting because we can see the whale holders, the larger quantities, there's not really been much shift in the actual total holders. In fact, we've actually seen some of these larger whale holders, we've seen the value go down. You could argue that maybe some of these have actually moved into the larger bracket, but really I think this reflects that lots of people are trying to hold or get themselves a whole coin, become part of the whole coiner in terms of actually having over 1 Bitcoin. It's quite a big achievement. So very interesting to see the shift of addresses right here on the Bitcoin distribution. Anyway, we're going to look at some news today. Wow, I just read through all of this. I've got to try and make it sound exciting. Google users think Bitcoin is dead. 5 things to know in Bitcoin this week. Traders brace for fireworks in July thanks to macro triggers, while Bitcoin price action is on track for a historic monthly close below the 200-week moving average. So it did happen. We might get the first weekly moving average under 200-week on a monthly time frame in forever. Traders expect July to provide Bitcoin price catalysts. Apathetic is a good word to describe the general sense of resignation among Bitcoin traders this week. Bitcoin will capitulate in the next 6 months and hit cycle bottoms. We can see here's the fear and greed index. So as of May, since the Terra Luna FUD, crypto has been a washout. It's just been extreme fear, lots of anxiety, angry investors, angry retailers. And what this source is actually expecting is that Bitcoin will find its bottom anywhere between $14,000 and $21,000, then chop around the 28 to 40k mark in most of 2023. I personally think that's quite a pragmatic stance. It's not overly bearish, it's not overly bullish. 100k is not going to happen next year or this year, absolutely not. But it could still happen in 2025 after a long crypto winter. As it says here, quote, Not much happening overnight on Bitcoin, but I'm expecting quite a slow week due to lack of catalysts currently. Popular trader Crypto Tony confirmed. July will be more of an action-packed month of volatility due to the catalysts upcoming. So we can see there might be some wild rides. As Cointelegraph reported, popular consensus for a genuine price bottom focuses on the area between $14,000 and $16,000. But $11,000 has also made an appearance. I think that's personally a bit too low. And I mean, if it did go that low, I'd be all over that. I mean, I'd be all over it. This corresponds to an 84.5% drawback versus Bitcoin's most recent all-time high. Interesting. I suppose when you look at the other bull market cycles, from the market cycle top to bottom, we did see like 80 to 90% corrections. So far, we've only really seen like a 65 to 75% correction. But that could also reflect the global adoption and how there is less volatility in the market at the moment. How normal is this bear? Bear market lows have historically been established with Bitcoin drawdowns of 75% to 84% from the all-time high, and taking duration of between 260 to 410 days, with the current drawdown reaching 73% below the November 2021 all-time high and taking duration between 227 days and 435 days. This bear market is now firmly within historical norms and magnitude. Get accumulating, guys. It sounds like a good time to be accumulating. I mean, that's what I personally am doing. You don't have to copy me at all, but if you do want to grab some Bitcoin today or some other precious cryptos, do use the link down in my description. Do me a little favor, it looks good on my behalf, and I do appreciate any of you that do want to open an exchange using any of my links. It's probably one of the best exchanges you can do so as well. We got a quick tweet here from Plan B. This is getting interesting. If Bitcoin does not close June above 200-week moving average at 22K, that would be the first monthly close below 200-week moving average ever. 4 days to go. As we can see, this is a tweet from himself. Over here is the chart. We might actually lose it. We might close below this 200-week moving average. It's not the end of the world. Not every cycle can be the same, but it's interesting to see what the trends are, what people's different insights are at the moment. You see, Bitcoin is dead. We just looked at this Google trend data. Actually, Bitcoin is dead, and we're back up. So, it's pretty much capitulation. Maybe it's the media also washing people out of their holdings, which is very, very common. What else are we going to look at today? FUD, more FUD. China warns Bitcoin is heading to zero, but BOE looks on the bright side. Official Chinese national news media outlet warns readers that Bitcoin could go to zero value in order to dissuade them from investing in and using cryptocurrency. In other words, these guys are bullish on crypto, so if China's bullish on crypto, you should be too, because they want to fool everyone. There's only 21 million Bitcoins ever in existence, guys. These people would do anything to get their hands on as much as possible. I would personally just ignore this and see it as a bullish indicator, because when Bitcoin is dead, hits the headlines, that means Bitcoin is just in hibernation, ready for the next massive bull run, which will probably occur following the next Bitcoin halving event. What else do we have in the news side of things today? Sand gains almost 20% in wake of tech giant's metaverse announcement. Really, really big stuff. Sand is mooning at the moment. The Sandbox COO said again on Saturday an acquisition by Meta will never, ever happen. Some can say, would Meta purchasing a virtual world like the Sandbox game make you bullish? And it just simply says this will never happen. Even though we can see Sand token is up 20% recently. This is just days after tech companies, including the Meta and Microsoft, announced the formation of something called the Metaverse Standards Forum. So it's up almost 20%, which is pretty big gains, to be honest with you. What else do we have? Do Kwon received threats from the crimes from anonymous video. The key takeaway here, hacktivist group pledged to bring Terra founder Do Kwon's crime to light. The group demanded imprisonment for Kwon, citing his alleged wrongdoings. Anonymous ensured they can go to the end to bring justice to Terra investors. Here we go. Quoted, Do Kwon, if you are listening, sadly there is nothing that could be done to reverse the damage that you have done. At this point, the only thing we can do is hold you accountable and make sure you are brought to justice as soon as possible. We are anonymous. We are Legion. That is some crazy stuff right there. If there's anyone in the world you don't want going after you, it's probably anonymous, isn't it? So yeah, I do agree that what they have done, Luna, Do Kwon, You know, just because you got a pretty chest and a puffy face, you know, it does not mean you can get away with what you have done. At the end of the day, the Terra hard fork is just a big middle finger to the Terra community, and it's no form of true compensation. Many people have lost thousands of pounds and they're still suffering to this exact day, and I still don't think the hard fork is enough compensation, especially when the actual distribution of the airdrop tokens for holders prior to the snapshot or the capitulation event, basically not getting their cryptocurrency back anytime soon, and that's just a stop selling pressure. What else do we have? Cardano launches the final candidate for the mainnet Vasil release. Really big news for the Cardano holders. Boom, we're going to see something very big at the end of July, so stay tuned on Cardano. In preparation of the launch of Vasil hard fork, Input Output Global, the company responsible for Cardano's research and development, has announced that it's rolled out a new node. We can see here's a tweet from just 2 days ago. Today we're pleased to report that the IOG team has successfully tagged and released Cardano node 1.35.0, which we can confirm will be the final candidate for the mainnet Vasil release. Really big stuff. Why is this important? Well, the Vasil upgrade postponed to next month, so Cardano did get a nice little rally when people thought it was going to happen in June, but maybe some people behind the scenes just want a bit more time to accumulate for whatever might happen. But basically the Vasil hard fork is really good for the protocol, the whole network itself. It's going to help with throughput, efficiency, scaling, functionality as well, we can see here. So really it's just great for the whole Cardano ecosystem. And I'm super bullish on Cardano long term. Full disclosure, I do hold Cardano. I do buy more Cardano when I can. I've recently loaded up on some Cardano through the capitulation phase that we've been witnessing right here. I don't plan on selling anytime soon. I do plan on holding more. I mean, if you want to grab some Cardano today as well, follow my footsteps. Of course, not financial advice. You can use the link down below in the comment section or in the description. Just click on through and grab some in the next 5 minutes or so. What else do we have? 3 Arrows Capital receives a notice of default for failure to make required payments. Voyager Digital Ltd made the announcement today, June 27, that its operational subsidiary, Voyager Digital LLC, has filed a notice of default to 3AC. Since it failed to make due payments on its previously disclosed loan of 15.125k bitcoins and 350 million USDC. Yikes, not the best news, is it? What else have we got? XRP is on the rise after Ripple's big announcement. So XRP is just something that is going to go crazy in the future, in my humble opinion. The XRP army will be back relentlessly, and they will be pushing this coin through the roof. We can see Ripple XRP has been making headlines lately. First, there was Fox Eleanor Terrett stating that the SEC is getting closer to revealing important decisions on the long-standing lawsuit against the company. Following this, Ripple made waves with its big announcement about its plans to expand into Canada. If you look at XRP, it's still one of the blue chip projects with a massive market capital, even though there's so many political entities that are suppressing a rally for this project. It's still doing really well. So what's going to happen after all of this is finally ironed out and the dust has settled? I think XRP is going to go pretty crazy. So do keep a lookout on XRP. Now we can look at Bitcoin analysis. Do stick around for this part. We can see what has happened is we lost the 200-week moving average. Happened here, happened here, happened here. Now following each event, we did get a parabolic rally. So many are speculating that we are due a rally to the upside. I don't think we're going to see $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 anytime soon. Like I say, if you want to take chips off the table, it's potentially a good time to do so, because we are still probably going to see more capitulation to the downside, and that's just the sheer truth. So yeah, it's a good time to take away your exposure if you are too alt heavy or something like that and you want to move your volatile assets into a stable coin. That's completely fine. For me, I'm anticipating a bounce maybe up to around maximum the $24,000 level, where we'll basically come up to this diagonal resistance and we'll get a drop off, see capitulation back down to that $20,000 level. Now what happened last time when we come down into the logarithmic regression band in the 200-week moving average is that we were actually in the green zone of this band. That really screams undervalued. It also screams reaccumulation. Now, we have not gone into this green band just yet. So until we do, I'm not feeling extremely bullish on the idea of going all in on my accumulation just yet, because the market is teasing. And when we do get this extreme fear, we do see these relief bounces, and we can see a fine example when we had it just over here from Terra Luna Mayfud. We came up 25%, and so far we've only come up about 16% on this particular impulse, which is why I think we can still see continuation to the downside. We lost the support here, we saw capitulation. I still think it's possible to see capitulation even down to the $14,000 level, which fully supports the article that we just looked at. I know it's not fun to read about or look at, but it could easily happen, guys, and that's just the sheer truth. What else can we look at? I want to look at the altcoin total here. We can see that the altcoins are holding around $516 billion, and this is the value of the crypto market excluding Bitcoin. So we're chilling here right now in the peak, well, not the peak, but we're sitting in a harsh bear market. And I think what's important is to understand is that the growth has been exponential. The last time we were here was during the peak of the bull market in January 2018. We were at the same level. Just think how different the emotions are. Here you got extreme greed, here you have extreme fear. It's just very, very funny to see how 4 years can make a big difference. And the growth we saw was pretty huge. That was a 91% correction, and so far we have seen a 74% correction. So we could still see further pressure to the downside, further selling pressure. One thing to look at here is the fib extension. We basically topped off at 3.618. Now this gives us price targets for the future cycles. If we were to do the same, we'd be looking at an altcoin market of about $5 trillion, which is probably quite a pragmatic target, to be honest, given that blockchain is going to grow so much more over the next few years. But I do think it's crazy to look at how, the growth has been exponential. That's what I'm trying to say, is that we're at the same level, but with the complete opposite emotions. And I think that's really, really important to see. Following the correction in the market makes me bullish, and it makes me think that yes, we are due a crypto winter, which could just look something like trading sideways like this for a while before we see the next euphoric tops to the upside. And it's pretty much just repeating what happened in the history before we do see these huge euphoric tops, and I'm very, very excited. So before we wrap up this video, let's look at the Bitcoin rainbow price chart. We're back in the dark blue section. And this historically has also provided a very, very good time to accumulate more crypto. So it's just for anyone that's new to the channel and you want to see this rainbow chart. For me, I do think it's a good indicator to help you dollar cost average in to cryptocurrencies. Guys, make sure you do hop into the Discord channel below. Get yourself in my Telegrams too. If you're new, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, leave suggestions about what you want to see. As I will be sticking around through the entire bear markets. I respect you all for watching. And yeah, see you all soon. Bye now.